Is it too soon to call the time of death on the MCU? I mean, I think it's over. I think it's over. Endgame pretty much tied off all of the characters that everybody cares about. Now Spider-Man is apparently gone for good. He's gone. History. Boom. He's out the door. Apparently they could not work things out between Sony and Marvel, and there will be no more Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There will be no more Spider-Man, the mascot, the figurehead of Marvel Comics for years. It's like having Disney without Mickey Mouse. I don't think this is going to work. And looking at Phase 4, I don't think this is going to work. Phase 4, we did a video on Phase 4, and it looks like Marvel Comics circa 2015, 2016, and that did not work. So this is Neon for Clownfish TV. If you guys have not subscribed yet, please do so. We passed 50,000 subs last week. We're hoping to pass 100,000 by the end of the year. That will be awesome. And we're going to talk about the future or lack of future of Spider-Man in the MCU and the fact that this ship has sailed. It's over. It's done. Everyone's calling the time of death. Kevin Feige, Tom Holland. It's over. It's over. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I'm looking at the MCU going forward, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this is a good thing that Spider-Man is getting the hell out of the MCU, because we don't know what's going to happen to it. And looking at how they've been treating Peter Parker in the comics lately, it might be a good thing. It might be a good thing. So let's see where this goes. So Kevin Feige is opening up about Spider-Man leaving the MCU. It was never meant to last forever. It was never meant to last forever. Sounds like a summer romance. Earlier this week, Disney and Marvel Studios lost Spider-Man. Yeah, that was a really awkward time at D23, wasn't it? They announced a new Spider-Man ride. They talked about these new Spider-Man animated cartoons coming to Disney Plus. Tom Holland was there promoting a Pixar movie. And the biggest Marvel news at D23 was that Spider-Man is leaving the MCU. Like, he was poised to be the successor to Tony Stark, to be the new masthead of the MCU, and he's gone. I mean, just like, boom, gone. They even set up the sequel. They probably thought they had it in the bag. Marvel thought they had it in the bag, and now, like, where's that going to go? Where's the end of Far From Home going to go? Can they continue with that, or they have to start over? Who the hell knows? Who knows? So the news broke after the two studios failed to reach an agreement that many thought pertained to profit distribution. But the situation is far more complicated than that. Luckily, MCU architect Kevin Feige and Tom Holland cleared things up for disappointed fans, including a desperate Jeremy Renner, while speaking with several outlets at the D23 Expo happening this weekend. In a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly, Feige expressed his gratitude towards Sony for allowing Marvel to explore the character, explore the character within the context of the story they fought so hard to tell. This is Kevin Feige. I'm feeling about Spider-Man gratitude and joy. We got to make 5 films with the MCU, and with Spider-Man 2 standalone films and 3 with the Avengers. It was a dream that I never thought would happen. It was never meant to last forever. Oh, I don't know about that. I think they had plans to just pull Spider-Man away from Sony. Anyway, we knew there was a finite amount of time that we'd be able to do this, and we told the story we wanted to tell, and I'll always be thankful for that. I'm calling shenanigans because if they knew that they were done with Peter Parker's story in the MCU, they wouldn't have had a cliffhanger at the end of Far From Home. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't think they were done. I thought they were going to be able to hold on to Spider-Man forever because they're Disney and nobody ever tells them no. Well, they got told no. So they got told no, and now Spider-Man is being pulled away from the MCU. So this is going to, how is this even going to work? Because if they do Spider-Man movies, now apparently Tom Holland is on board, I guess, for more Spider-Man movies, but Spider-Man's origin in the MCU, his story so far has been so tied to the Avengers. I mean, so much so that the only real complaint I have about the MCU version of Spider-Man, as much as I like Tom Holland, is that he just feels like a junior Avenger. He feels like Iron Man's sidekick. And everything revolves around the Avengers in Spider-Man in the MCU. He never felt like he was his own hero. So I think in some ways it probably will be better, but they already established him as that character that kind of came into his own under the Avengers, under Tony Stark. How are they going to deal with the snap? How are they going to deal with that time shift? I mean, is that going to be addressed in Spider-Man movies going forward? I mean, the Thanos thing happened. People got blinked out of existence for 5 years. That permanently ruptures the Spider-Man universe too, because, you know, some of his classmates are older. You know, how is that even going to work? I mean, are people never going to talk about it again? It's the biggest event in human history that half of the population just poof went gone, and they're never going to address it again in the Spider-Man films going forward. Is it going to be the same continuity? Are they going to pull some Elseworlds multiverse bullshit? I mean, how are they gonna do this? How are they gonna do this? I mean, Tom Holland's on board. Does that mean that the next movie actually will be a sequel to Far From Home, or are they going to just start over again with Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but just do another origin story? I mean, I don't know. This is weird. I do not think it was planned to end the relationship with Sony here. They were not prepared to lose Spider-Man. They're basing a damn ride on Spider-Man in California. They're making a Spider-Man ride based on the MCU version of Spider-Man. Clearly, Disney did not intend to lose Spider-Man. So this is bullshit. They're trying to save face. It's like, oh, you know, we parted ways amicably. Nobody got dumped. We parted ways. It was a mutual split. It was a mutual decision. I think that's bullshit. I don't think it's true. I think that they thought they were going to hold on to Spider-Man forever. He seems to have a positive attitude toward what happened. Yeah, of course he does. Publicly, you have to. So that's reassuring. Okay. Hopefully there's no bad blood between the two studios. Oh, I guarantee you, behind the scenes, there's bad blood. There's definitely bad blood. They're building a ride, a multi-million-dollar ride based on Spider-Man. They had Spider-Man on the D23 banner, and they look stupid. Disney looks so stupid this week. So yeah, I guarantee you there's some bad blood. Conflicting reports coupled with mischaracterizations of the disappointing development have clouded the truth. Sony says one thing, Marvel says another. It has all devolved into this producer said, that producer said disaster that has many confused about where each studio actually stands on the issue. But as you read above, Kevin Feige has finally opened up, and his comments serve as further confirmation that Spider-Man has officially left the MCU. He's gone. Gone, baby. Gone. That doesn't mean Tom Holland has left the role. Holland confirmed he would still be portraying the popular character, that he wasn't going anywhere anytime soon. However, he did acknowledge that things would be different going forward, but that's to be expected. How different? I mean, again, are they going to have to reboot Spider-Man again just with Tom Holland keeping the suit on? You know, I mean, he's been very popular with people, but you know, the MCU version of Spider-Man is so contingent on the Avengers. He's so tied to the Avengers. Even the villains, even both of his major villains had ties to the Avengers or Avengers tech. So how are they going to do this? If they bring them into the Sinister Six, they're just never going to mention, where Vulture got his technology. They're never going to mention where Mysterio got his technology. There's just a lot of stuff that's not going to make sense. And I don't know how moviegoers are going to feel about it. If they're going to be like, oh yeah, they just forgot all about the snap. Nobody cares. I don't know. I almost feel like they would have to start over. But then you're left with, the ending from Far From Home never being resolved. You know, Disney did not plan to lose Spider-Man. This was stupid. Stupid to even say that. He publicly appeared at D23 to tell his fans how much he loves them. Yeah, he's just caught in the crossfire. This is quite the shakeup for both companies, and it will be interesting to see how the rest of this plays out. One thing is clear, though. These comments confirm that MCU Spidey is no more. That any hopes for a last-minute compromise may be futile. Despite all these upsetting developments, business continues to boom for Feige's cinematic universe. Talking about the streaming service. I mean, this is, to me, like the only two characters I care about in the MCU that are still alive. Okay? Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. And that's it. And they took out Spider-Man. So basically, the only character left in the MCU that I care at all about, and even care to see in a sequel at this point, is probably Doctor Strange. You know, I don't know. I think the MCU is completely fucked. I mean, I really do. That is my personal opinion. I think Disney should have played ball. I think they're going to lose big time. I think it makes them look incredibly stupid to have a ride based on Spider-Man movies that they're not going to be making, that Spider-Man will no longer be part of the Avengers. You know, it's not good for their brand synergy. I think it's dumb. Now, for Spider-Man fans, I think this actually could potentially be a good thing. I did not like the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Well, strike that. The first one was okay. The second one was god-awful. But, you know, maybe they learned enough from Marvel to know what actually works. You know, I mean, come on. We still have Raimi's trilogy, which is, you know, save for 3, was, you know, 2 of the best superhero movies ever made, in my opinion. Yeah, they haven't aged that well, neither has Tim Burton's Batman, but they were groundbreaking for the time. You know, they can salvage Spider-Man, but we're never going to see Spider-Man in the bigger Marvel universe, which is kind of heartbreaking. You know, it really is, because this was like the chance to get everybody back together. But I think the only way we're ever going to see a more comic book accurate Spider-Man probably is for him to just go solo. I don't know. I've got really mixed feelings about it. I really think they're going to have to reboot it. I don't know what they're going to do. I have no idea. But it seems like it's over. It's absolutely over. And Tom Holland thinks Sony's Spider-Man could be bigger and better. Well, you know what? If they based it on the game, you know, maybe on the PS4 game, maybe it could be. I don't know. I mean, look, at least now we have a chance of getting Spider-Man and Venom in the same movie and doing it right. You know, that would be pretty cool if they could just build off the Venom movie, which I liked quite a bit. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. But I think that this was Sony's plan all along. I really do. I think Sony was sort of like working with Disney, you know, to kind of get their foot into the MCU, to bring, you know, Spider-Man back to the forefront in a big way. Meanwhile, they were clearly building all this other stuff on the side. You know, they were building an escape pod. You know, they had the Spider-Verse animated series. They had, or animated movie, rather. They had Venom. You know, so, and they had plans, you know, for Sinister Six and all that, this other stuff they're supposedly doing, Black Cat, and I don't know what else they're doing. But, so they clearly had a life raft built. You know, I think they always intended to pull out, but I don't know if Disney expected them to, because, again, they left things hanging in the MCU. A lot of question marks. And, you know, I mean, I'm going to be really bummed if they don't follow up with the J.J. Jameson, you know, that they introduced at the end of Far From Home, because, you know, I love seeing J.K. Simmons play that role. Even if he didn't have any hair, he's still really good. So I don't know. Gonna be interesting. But yeah, I think this is it. I think the MCU is done. It's officially done. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.